Respected Honorable Member of Legislative Council, a noted educationalist. Just now I was hearing from Director of NIRD that every student who passes 12th knows his name. Sri Rajesh ji, the key person who has invited me here, our ex-collector and our diplomat reflecting India in China, Ms. Sumitha Dawra ji. Chopra ji, who had made it possible, the field notes of a civil servant to get translated into a book. And the team of HarperCollins who have come here, Sri and Vinodra Garu, former MP, my friend C.V. Anand, and all other distinguished guests who have gathered here to have a look at the poor, but I reflect a spirited man of Karimnagar. At the outset, I would like to really congratulate the publishers, HarperCollins, for bringing this book, which they have translated the hours and hours of the time our collector has spent, not only in Karimnagar as a project director in various districts, and HarperCollins, I think definitely it's a dream for her because it's one of the reputed publishers in the world. HarperCollins, to my faint memory, in my childhood or later, I think it has brought many authors like Mark Twain, Brown Sisters, William Makepeace Thackeray, H.G. Wells and Agatha Christie of yesteryears. In recent times, Abdul Kalam came in and added to the list is Ms. Sumitha. I also take this opportunity to congratulate ISB. In fact, all the known people, after coming here, I know the world is too small and it's none other than the ISB organizers too, led by Lalita Anand, for organizing this function. As everybody knows, the ISB started only a few years back, a huge sprawling infrastructure here, with lots of academic credence and the managerial experience, has brought in many students who are contributing to the development of this country. I came here, I don't know why Ms. Sumitha Dawra thought of asking me to come here and attend as a chief guest. Over long years, as 3 years as a collector of our district, I have seen her from close quarters. First, as a young civil servant who takes civil services exams in pursuit of doing something better for the society, the zeal and enthusiasm, I think only lasts till to the level of collector. But she still has same sort of energy. Coming back here, writing down notes as said by Mr. Chopra, it is a companion for the young recruits who are going into IAS, IPS, and all of the civil services. And also the concept enlisted in this book, like the governance which she thought and she reflected back in decentralization process, would also be a companion for the grassroots politicians and also for the academicians. I mean to say academicians basically because the labor, the time she got herself involved as a researcher. She has done lots of research in this book. You know, when ISB has piloted the discussion for a well-written book, which not only includes the theme of public policy into this, I have seen, because I was forced to flip through the pages because of my heavy, schedule. I was just telling to my friend C.V. Anand, when Ms. Dawra asked me, did you go through the book? I said, I flipped through the pages, but pages which I flipped through was very, very interesting. Interesting for the reader. As a novelist, I'm not telling you as a novelist, but as an author, if somebody you would like to make them read to an interesting level, the framing of sentences, the contextual issues, the reader where he can himself identify with the book. These are the contextual levels where she has done lots of work. I really congratulate her. I was really awestruck by this first few pages, and I was reminded of two popular phrases which I have gone through long back. Everybody does that. Everybody who are into the job, first phrase goes like this. I quote, I love my job, it pays me well. The only thing that I hate work. This first phrase. The second one, I quote, never compromise on choosing a job or a profession. Thereafter, you need not really work. For work will be a continuous pleasure. Unquote. I think Ms. Sumitha Dawra belongs to the second category, to those people who the work is a sheer pleasure. I'm really amazed because I've seen her in a different context, in a different role, in a different interactive level. But after going through the pages, I've literally amazed the work she has done with a passion, commitment, and love for the people that she is working for. And I was just the few phrases of the young man who I recited the Telugu song. The first para in the book by Levitt and Dubner, who wrote in the Super Freakonomics. If you had the option of being born anywhere in the world today, India might not be the wisest choice. But her willingness to be born in India and again reflects her true patriotism, and also reflects she is an optimist, and after 6 decades of independence, she has a hope and faith that India would be a developed nation in years to come. And although this book, I believe it's divided into 7 or 8 chapters, in a offshoot of our experiences which have been inscribed, I think the research level, what she has put in, the academic discourse, what she has put in writing, I think this 250 or odd page is not enough. But as said by Mr. Chopra, it's a huge book. At least for me, it's a big book. It will take me, a couple of weeks to really go through it, line by line, try to understand each and everything which has a utility value. When going through the book, which the academic instinct in her, she has dealt in the University of Birmingham. When she addressed the poverty, and she addressed the problem of poverty, the wicked problem of poverty, I was just thinking before going through the further lines, why she has said the wicked problem of poverty. Poverty is wicked. By nature, it looks wicked. I was just confronting myself with analysis why the poverty is being phrased as wicked problem. Then I got to know the research work, what she has done, the academic excellence, what she has done, is that she has related the issues concerned of public policy which cannot be solved by the traditional solutions. that we can directly see the traditional solutions for the past 60 years haven't elevated the poverty level. So, coming back to few economists who always keep on telling so many economic theories, most of the economists believe in, flow charts, diagrams, and percentage levels, and just would like to see. And I always see in the newspapers, I always read in the magazines, there are different levels of poverty indicators which are described by United Nations in different contextual levels, and the poverty levels which are described by Indian standards. And a year back I was just flipping through the pages of the other book, trying to define the poor economics. The Poor Economics is a book by Banerjee and Esther Duflo. They were trying to analyze the real nature of poverty. And in that book, there are so many authors, they have fixed it up to really answer how to come out of the poverty trap. The poverty trap is always there. I see the poverty trap is there even in the advanced countries like United Nations of India, where one stream of people gets, what we give here as white ration cards, they get the coupons. Over there too, the people, the governance expects them to get involved in elevation of poverty. So whatever in the book somebody says, Jeffrey Sachs says about a big push theory, and the great economists like Easterly or Moore talks about in the free economy. There are always the contextual things which they talk about, and ultimately, they define poor economics in context of Indian nation. Yes, I definitely see. I see as a young politician and an optimist, I am not a pessimist. Whatever nation was not there before 200 years back. The nationalities have formed, nation has come into existence, and the systematic fragmentation and destructuring by a colonial power. If you look back and see how they systematically fragmented, how they systematically destructured this country, post-independence, our policymakers, our officers have been trying to again structure it and trying to bring it in unison with 100 crore people. This is not a simple task. I can't compare my nation with the advanced development of United States of America. The few theories which has been analyzed by Sumitha Dawra in terms of Thailand experience of micro enterprises, when she told about Cambodian experience in terms of decentralization of water utility programs, when she told about the Makkah of NGOs in Bangladesh, or when she talked about South African use of how better we can use the wasted materials, and lot many things to go. She talked about